We don't have Kleenex in here.
I know.
Oh
What's
my
up with
God.
that?
You can't take a drink of water.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah.
And I'm Carolyn.
And welcome back to the Close Knit Podcast with Carolyn and Hannah. I said your name for you.
That's okay. You can introduce me.
Are you sure?
I like being introduced.
That felt weird.
I like being introduced.
Okay.
It's kind of the royalty in me.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, hello, everybody.
We're here.
Third episode.
Here
we go.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
3's the charm.
Today we're going to be talking about some of our go-to products,
our go-tos, just things that we kind of couldn't live without. Maybe some tips for you for different things that work for us. I know we like to share tips when we're at the store, customers, myself. We kind of all like to share ideas that work for us. And I've used some tips from customers.
Yeah.
And still for years.
Yeah, me too.
So I think we should pass that along and share those tips.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, look at the goodness that we're sharing to the world.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I feel like we should address the elephant in the room. We're not holding microphones anymore.
Yes.
They're being held by these very cool mic stands. It feels very official.
Yeah. Like robotic almost.
Yeah.
Like cool.
I just wanted to be cool. So
I mean, we had these to begin with, but
we did. We thought it would be cooler to hold the microphones, but then
it's too much.
And a lot of the stuff that you guys don't see, like I edit the podcast, and so a lot of sound issues were happening with the mics, and I was like, okay, this could just literally be eliminated if we just had stands. So
there you go.
We're gonna look a little cooler now.
There you go.
And be able to like use our hands. And
I feel like I'm like a DJ on the radio.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Like I've always
for some reason I thought you meant like being a DJ in a club. I was like, I don't think they use mics in a club.
No, in a radio station.
Yeah.
I was on the radio a couple times. But I like this. This is cool.
Can you do like a radio introduction to our podcast?
Welcome to Close Knit with Carolyn and Hannah. That's kind of reminds me of that Delilah.
Yeah.
On Light 99.
Yep.
Everybody knows who Delilah is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't know she was like a national thing.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Or you could be like the really cool, like BBC ones and like add a bunch of sound effects after that.
Yeah.
Boom,
the one
boom,
that
boom.
always... the one that always introduces Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy. That guy is awesome.
He's good, yeah.
He's cool.
So
okay,
anyways.
well, hey. We should get to the subject here.
Let's. Okay, so do you want to start or should I start?
Why don't you start with should we start with like your all-time go-to, like you just have to have it, can't live without it, or
like
do you
go-to product? Because I have a bunch of different go-tos that fit into different go-to like categories.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna start like going down the list. I've got my little notes here.
You do your list.
Okay.
You do you.
So my first one is a makeup product, and I feel like it's also going to be your first as well because I put you on this. Okay.
Yeah.
My first is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer.
That was on my list.
Yeah.
Everybody should have this product.
I have never gotten more compliments on my skin than when I wear it just as a foundation even.
Yes. Does Sephora sell it or just Ulta around here?
I think Sephora sells it as well. Yeah.
Or you can go online.
Yeah. But I don't use the
the Shape Tape.
I said the Shart.
Tarte. It's called Tarte Shape Tape.
I don't use the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. Never liked that. I think they really failed on that product. It had like 4 colors or something around that.
And this is just the concealer we're talking about.
I
under
only
eyes.
use the concealer.
I just use it under my eyes. I suppose you'd use it like all over.
I either use it on my entire face, like as a foundation, or I use it where I have rosacea, because I've got a lot of rosacea on
Which
my face.
Your skin right now looks porcelain. You would never tell.
That's because of the product.
The makeup. See, the makeup product does make a difference.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
That's my first one.
That's one of mine. So Okay. Next
product, and I actually just talked about this product to a customer, is the rosemary and mint hair oil that I use. I think it's from a brand called Miel.
Where did you get it?
I got it at Walgreens.
Oh.
So it's cheap. It's pretty cheap.
Inexpensive.
Yeah. It comes in a green bottle with a little dropper. And once a week, I do a whole hair routine.
And this helps with your hair because
I have this thing called PCOS. And one of the symptoms of PCOS, it's like a hormone disorder.
Yeah.
And I lose a lot of hair because of it as well. That's one of the symptoms. Yeah. And so the past, I want to say 5 months, I've been doing this routine of once a week putting the rosemary and mint oil in my hair and massaging it in my head and then leaving it in for 4 hours. And then I wash it out. I shampoo twice, condition. Yeah, then I just blow dry my hair.
And that, you think that makes your hair feel thicker?
It's thicker and it grew.
Oh, really? The length?
The length got really long within just a few months.
Wow.
Even to the point where Ashley, my hairstylist, also my sister-in-law.
Yeah. Who's amazing, by the way.
Amazing. I just got my hair done by her. She said to me when I was getting my hair done, I don't think I've seen your hair this long since before you cut it off in high school.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah. And the color looks amazing too. Yeah. It looks healthy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a good tip. What's it called again?
It's called Miel, Mielle, rosemary and mint hair growth oil.
Okay.
Yep. Once a week, no more than 6 hours.
What if somebody has oily hair?
It helps. The reason your hair gets so oily is because it's not producing enough oil. So when you put oil on it, it kind of reduces that, actually.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? It's like oily skin. It's the same with oily skin. Your body feels the need to overproduce oil. And so then when you treat it with oil-based products, it helps.
See, this is what reading does for you. You learn all this stuff. I don't know any of that stuff.
I think that's true. Again, like I said last episode, I'm not Google. So please go do research for yourself. Don't use me as a base for science.
Where did you hear it though?
I heard it on TikTok. That's the thing. So I read, but I don't read.
Okay.
Not scientific read.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot of research on TikTok about this, and that's what I've heard. So
it works. That's the point.
Right.
And you got to find what works for you. Because everybody's different. Everybody's hair is different, texture, everything. But that might help. Do you think you have fine hair?
I think so.
Or coarse hair?
I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I can't tell the difference. So
I think you have, because you have always had thick hair. I think it's fine.
Probably fine.
Well, this is where Ashley would come in, but she's not here. She can be a guest maybe someday.
That would be fun.
Yeah, and she can talk about hair. She's just so talented.
Yeah.
What else you got?
What about yours?
Oh, you want me to do a couple?
Well, yeah, we were going to go back and forth.
Oh, I thought we were going to just... Okay, boy, we are not getting this together this week. Okay, it doesn't
go
matter.
Back and forth.
Okay, well, I'll stick with the makeup thing. Okay, so I would say a couple years ago, a customer... her skin, I noticed, was so amazing. I think she's younger than I am, but her skin always looks radiant. And I asked her, what are you using? Because, I will never give up my first step. My first step and go-to is Vaseline. Okay, petroleum jelly. People are freaking out right now. This is an old remedy my mother used to do. You put Vaseline all over your face and you pick not a hot, but a warm washcloth and you wash everything off.
You've been doing that since
forever.
I was a kid.
Forever.
Yeah.
It's a habit now and it just works for me. So I use that, and then I use those face cloths that aren't necessarily good for me. And then, but the really good thing that I use that the customer brought me onto is called Vanna Cream. It's Vanna Cream. I use the bar soap. There is a cleanser. That's too many steps for me. So I skipped the cleanser part. No way. By the time I take my makeup off at night, I'm ready to go to bed. So I'm not going to stand there any longer than I have to. So then I just wash with the bar soap, splash some water on my face, and then there's a Vanna Cream facial moisturizer. So then I use that. It takes hardly anything. And the reason I like it, it's at Walgreens too. Boy, we're really plugging Walgreens. The reason I like it is because it's not super expensive, but it works. And she told me that her dermatologist told her about it and said it was a really good product. And you started using it, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd say for about 6 months straight, I used just Vanna Cream products, and it really cleared up my skin. Seriously cleared up my skin.
So check that out for sure. If you're, in the market for something new, you just want to try something. Maybe you've been using something, you're not happy with it. Vanna Cream, it's VANI and then CREAM.
Yep.
Works really good.
Let's see. Okay, mine is an outfit combination.
Oh, okay. Let's hear this.
My go-to outfit combination when I seriously have nothing else to wear. It's just one of those days where I'm not feeling it, not in the mood. I do an oversized hoodie or sweatshirt and leggings. And if it's in the summer, I'll do an oversized t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
With Converse.
I mean, that's those basics you got to have in your closet.
They're just go-tos because really you can honestly dress it up a little bit. You can put some cute jewelry with it.
You could,
and then depending on the shoes, you could do a really cute pair of shoes with it. And depending what the sweatshirt looks like, you can really make it work.
Well, and I think just being in the business for 14 years and just seeing kind of the post-pandemic, during the pandemic, we were closed for a little bit at the store, but I remember nobody wanted to buy dress clothes or dresses, or it was all sweatshirts and joggers and sweatpants and t-shirts. I couldn't order enough of that stuff when we kind of opened back up. It was just very casual, and I think it's kind of stuck. I like a good sweatshirt too, but I like to cut my sweatshirts.
You do.
I cut them and I do that whole 80s off the shoulder thing. I do that with my t-shirts and my sweatshirts actually, because I don't like to wear just a plain sweatshirt unless I'm walking. Yeah, I feel like that. I need to make it a little more spicy.
That's who you are though.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
I'm very fine with just a hoodie.
Yeah.
And some leggings, some black leggings. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool when there's it's a graphic too. Or my sweatshirt has a saying on it.
Right.
I like the message sweatshirts. I think those are awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I have so many go-to outfits, so I didn't even put that down.
I know. I figured you wouldn't.
I mean, just give me sorry. I have a frog in my throat or something. It's my whole throat chakra. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Probably if I did a really Carolyn look is a t-shirt with a blazer.
Yeah.
Jeans,
that's you.
And either sneakers or boots or sandals.
Yep.
I love a good blazer. I mean, I like cardigans, but I just like a nice fitted blazer, and the brighter the color, the better.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, so things I do when I get stressed out, and everybody gets stressed out. And I did actually, this is, I think, a true fact, and I don't remember where I heard it from, but stress can cause the same amount of damage to your arteries as smoking. And that blows me away.
You have a really cool fact. I have cool facts.
Yeah, look at, I had one.
Wow.
I remembered that because that blew me away, because when you think about that and all the stress that we go through in life, you got to find ways to bring it down.
I'm smoking a pack a day then, pretty much is what my stress is leading to.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's scary.
That is.
It is true too. I can't remember where I heard it, but I know it was truth. It wasn't made up. So I'm going to give you some go-tos on what I do to kind of calm myself down. I'm kind of that person that kind of jumps to conclusions, and I get out of breath right away because I'm like freaking out a little bit.
That's true.
That happens though when I'm happy or angry or any emotion.
It's true because I got it from you.
Yeah.
I also do that.
Yeah. Okay. So, always when I was growing up, my mom and dad were always like, if you were sad, if you were happy, if you were lonely, go drink water, have a sip of water, go drink water. Like I get so used to telling you, did you drink water yet today?
Yeah.
I have a headache. Did you drink water? Or I'm tired. Did you drink water? Like I used to say that to the dog. Poor Lily. Poor Lily. I'd be like, Lily, do you need a sip?
Yep.
You need a sip, Lily.
Yep.
And I
constantly
force her. You need a sip, Lily.
Yep.
Or I'd crush ice up and give her. I don't know. That's just a thing instilled in me. Not that you have to drink a ton of water, but just there's something about drinking. And I like cold water, which you're supposed to drink like lukewarm water. That's hard.
Couldn't be me.
It's something about another smart thing. It's something about your body temperature having to take extra energy or something when you drink the cold water.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah. Well, that's silly. I'm drinking cold water with lots of ice because I love ice. So drink water. What was my other thing? Okay, ground. And I don't know if very many people know what grounding is. Going outside, you can't really do it in the wintertime, but all summer long do this when it doesn't even matter if you're stressed or not. Take your shoes and socks off, go out in the grass, the ground, the earth, and walk barefoot on the ground in the earth. It's something about the energy and the vibration coming up from the core of the planet, and it's kind of coming up and through you. It calms you down. It's just good for you.
I feel like that one actually does work.
It does.
It sounds a little weird at first, but when you're really like going through it and you just go step outside and like, even if it's a cloudy day.
Yeah.
Like
it's connecting with the earth.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of like the tree huggers. It's like hugging a tree too.
Oh yeah.
Or holding on to the branches because the tree is very rooted into the ground. And so, yeah, I mean, there's really people who can explain it a lot better. I'm just saying that's what I do and it works. And I usually share that with people who are like crazy. Like, I don't know what to do. I have this going on. I have this. And they're just like all over the place and can't get their mind. I mean, aside from meditation can be really difficult for me because you think you're supposed to sit there and shut your eyes and be quiet, but your mind is racing. Like I'm a total overthinker.
And then the quiet, nice voice that's helping you meditate says, if you have racing thoughts, just let it happen. And then I start to think more about it. And then I get it.
So when the key to meditating, which everyone should try to do, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes every single day, and usually first thing in the morning, is like if you have a fan on or the air conditioner, focus on the sound of the fan and only focus on the sound of the fan. It means nothing. It's just a fan and you don't have to sit and think about it. And pretty soon your mind will just drift. And usually when you meditate and calm yourself is when the good ideas come to your mind and may calm you down. So that one, and then one more for de-stressing. And this one is amazing. And every time I do it, I absolutely love it, is sitting outside and looking at the stars. And if you see shooting stars, that's even better. But I think that is crazy, especially in the winter when it's like super cold and it's so quiet, and just looking up at the stars, it just makes you realize how teeny tiny we are. And there's that whole universes, galaxies, all that out there.
Oh, yeah.
But that can really bring perspective to your life. So those are kind of things that I do when I'm stressed.
Yeah, I do a lot of those things as well because I've learned them from you.
Yeah.
And they definitely help.
Well, and I think Miles, my son, has taught me a lot of those things too. We all kind of deal with that kind of anxiety, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I remember a doctor told Miles, this was back in high school, people with anxiety run the world because we're like, come on, we don't have that laid back, somebody else will get it. Like we're like, no, let's get it done now. We're like, we can't sit still. We gotta.
Right.
So I guess it depends on the level of anxiety that you have, but
yeah, I'd say so. Okay, back to my outfit.
Oh, okay.
Kind of another go-to for me with my outfit is my high top black Converse shoes.
Yeah, you've been wearing those forever.
Oh God, since
like not the same ones
since I could walk.
You wear them out. You literally get holes in them. You wear them so much.
Yeah. To me, there is no better shoe than a high top Converse shoe. It goes with everything.
And why do you like that around your ankle? Doesn't that bother you, especially in the summer?
Definitely not anymore. It's not hot or anything because it's like a thin material. I just think it helps make my legs look a bit longer.
Oh, maybe. It could.
I don't know. Also, I feel like you have to have the right socks when you wear like the low ones.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very mismatched sock person, like just grab a sock and go type person. And I always am wearing like today I have like pink hot chili pepper socks on.
Yeah.
So like if I'm wearing like an all black outfit and then I have my hot chili pepper socks on, like it's going to ruin it.
And like those what are those like no-show socks or those, what are those?
And then they slip down. Oh my God.
Those are so worst. Annoying. They hurt.
I used to wear them with my Vans when I used to wear Vans and they were so painful.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, I'm just back to just a straight up high top Converse. I really need to get my hands on the TikTok viral bread laces though.
What are they?
Bread laces.
Bread?
Yeah, they're called bread laces, but they're elastic shoelaces. So you tie them once and then you can just slip your shoes on no matter what shoe it is. Like Doc Martens, high top Converse, all of them. You can just slip them on.
That's cool.
This is not sponsored, by the way. I haven't tried them.
Oh,
but
we'll have to try them.
They're like a small business type brand.
Oh,
so
cool.
I want to order them. Yeah, I think they were specifically made for people with disabilities that have a hard time tying their shoes every time.
Yeah.
So they can just slip their shoes on.
That would have been great for my dad. He had Parkinson's.
I always remember his Velcro shoes that he had.
Those Velcro tennis shoes.
I remember like the sound of it too.
Because he couldn't tie shoelaces.
Right.
And you're right. That's a great invention.
It's something that you don't really think about when you can tie your shoes.
Right.
But that's like really important. Like, why have we not had shoelaces like that before?
Right.
It's something so simple, I feel like.
I know. It's crazy. But then at one time there were no like toasters or sliced bread. Speaking of bread, you're going to actually laugh. Are you done with that?
I think I am. Yeah.
Okay. Because that will lead right into my next go-to.
No.
Okay. Could never go without bread. I am sorry. I know that it's a carb. I know that the first thing if you want to lose weight is give up the bread and the pasta and the sugar. I'm sorry. I cannot toast. My go-to is toast. I mean, there's little things that I do with toast that I'll tell you, but like cinnamon toast. Mm-hmm. Like whenever you're sick, it's toast.
Yep.
Whenever you just need a quick, good snack, it's toast. Like
something on the side of your meal with like meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You toast some bread.
Well, right. We grew up having bread all the time, like sliced bread on the table. But it can't just be any bread, though, for me. It has to be the toasting, the English muffin toasting bread. Because it's a little bit like crunchier. I love crunchy bread. But like peanut butter toast. But
you like burn your toast.
I burn my toast. And every time, that's so funny because every morning when I burn my toast, I always say in my head, it's going to put a little hair on your chest. Because my dad, I don't know if it was my dad that used to say that, but when you eat burnt toast, it's going to put a little hair on your chest.
That's true. That's true because I can't eat burnt toast.
I don't have hair on my chest though from eating burnt toast, so it's not true.
Well, like the saying though, like I can't eat burnt toast for the life of me. Like it would be a struggle for me to eat burnt toast.
But it's kind of runs along the same line as like I need my hamburger to be well done. No pink whatsoever.
Yeah.
And my toast, there's nothing worse than a piece of toast that does this. Like that toast you get sometimes when you go like to, not, I don't want to say Perkins, but like when you order breakfast and the toast is like been sitting and it's
I love that toast.
Oh.
I love like undercooked toast. That's my favorite.
See, that's crazy.
Which I don't know why. Like, I don't know why.
That's the worst.
We're just opposites.
Soggy and flimsy and no, but the one thing that I have to say is my all-time go-to like snack, meal, whatever, is my jelly egg sandwich. And I have been eating that for years. In fact, didn't you in your like grade school, they make like a little cookbook.
Yep.
And I don't know what grade it was.
It was like second grade cookbook.
Yeah.
And we had to pick a recipe that we wanted to put in our class cookbook.
Yeah.
Like everybody else chose like lefse because it's so Minnesotan.
Oh.
Or like hot dish.
Yeah.
And then you just see my name and jelly egg sandwich. Like,
did you
so
like
good,
jelly
though.
egg sandwiches?
Love ever since I was a kid. Love.
So we need to explain it because you got to do it right.
Right.
Because if it's an epic fail, it's not going to taste right.
Right.
So you got to, and it's all in the timing of things.
Yep.
So you got to get your egg frying. I like to pop the yolk. What is that called?
I don't know.
Over hard.
Yeah, over hard.
Yeah.
I don't like to pop the yolk.
Oh,
I love a good runny yolk.
No. Okay. So there's another thing.
There's another thing.
Okay.
I
so
guess.
finding
I
out all
love
these
runny
things.
yolk. So.
Okay. So I like mine over hard, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Okay. So frying your egg, get your toast, the English muffin toast, and then toast it. And then you got to get the butter, everything on there. So I use real butter, of course, always real butter. And then I use like the seedless, like raspberry jam or strawberry, whatever you like. And then, so you got to get that egg and get it on the toast, all of it together. So then literally the butter is just like melting and oozing and the jelly. Yeah. And it's just, there's something about that sweet and salty combination. And then a little bit of the crunchy toast. Like, so it's got some crunch.
It's so good. And it's like delicious. Just the right amount of food too.
Yeah. It fills you up.
Like that with like some yogurt in the morning. I'm set.
Yeah.
I'm having a good day.
Yeah. It tastes really good. I swear I do that. I don't do it as much now, but I used to do it after we filmed the Friday video. We film it Thursday nights.
Yeah.
And I would get home and make a jelly egg sandwich.
Yeah.
Like that's just my go-to. Anybody who really knows me. Yeah.
It's a good go-to.
Yeah. What about you? What's next?
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, I love playing video games. And a lot of times, like, I have phases with video games where I'll play like one video game with all of my friends for like a month and then it'll be done. But there's been a video game that I've been playing since probably 7th or 8th grade and it's called Minecraft. Mm-hmm. So some of you that are watching might play it.
Yeah.
Some of you might have kids that play it. I love that game like to my core. I want to get a tattoo of it.
I didn't know you liked it that much.
I love that game with my whole heart.
That's crazy because video games are the one thing I cannot do. Like not even Pac-Man. I can't do it. I can't.
A lot of things that are different about us this week.
Yeah, I can't do that. And then how do you make it go and which buttons do you press? And
a lot of the times everything is the same on every video game. And if it's not, you can change it.
But like when we used to have that Nintendo and stuff and you had to like use those controllers.
I hate using controllers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a controller player. I'm a keyboard player. So my controls are like the W key, the A key, the S key, and the D key. And that helps you move around. And then you can like do stuff with the mouse too.
Yeah, see, that's too much.
So, and then you have like shift and caps lock and like all those can also do other things as well.
That takes too much thought.
To me, it's so fun. And Minecraft is just a game about mining, I guess, is one thing you can do. You can also go fishing. You can make a farm. You can breed animals. Like I have in one of my worlds, I have a little house that I built and it has every single type of frog in the game in it.
Oh my God.
So I had to go out and find all of these different like biomes is what they're called. So there's like rainforest
and this is
biome.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's like a rainforest biome, there's a desert biome, there's a plains biome, a spruce biome. Like there's a bunch of different biomes.
Right.
And then you go to each one, and each one has different animals, different resources, different things like that. So
that doesn't sound like a game. That sounds just like you have to think really hard.
I actually play it so that I don't have to think at all. Like it's so like I just understand it at this point.
Right.
That I can just play it since I've been playing it for so long. But the whole point of the game is to defeat the dragon that's in a different dimension. So you have to go through a portal and do a bunch of stuff to get to the dragon. And then once you beat the dragon, like the game is over. And there's an end screen. And I'm actually going to bring up what the quote is because that's what I want to get tattooed. It's really deep.
Wow.
It's real. Like, I think you're really going to like it when I bring it up. Let's see.
Because I really want to get another tattoo. Couple more.
The entire Minecraft end poem. Yeah. So like for like, I want to say it's 3 minutes at the end of the game. It's just rolling credits, almost like Star Wars.
Right.
And it's a poem.
And how long is it?
Well, it's quite long.
Oh, but you're not going to get all that.
I'm not going to read all of it. No, I'm not going to get the whole thing tattooed on me. I'm going to look like Lady Jessica from Dune 2.
True.
She has all of the which we'll talk about. Yeah. But it talks about the player and what their life is like outside of the screen. Like it really brings it outside of the game. It's such a good, yeah. It tells you like, take a breath. This is all the stuff that you did.
Wow.
Oh God. Well, I don't even know if I can read it because it makes me want to cry.
Don't cry. You spent all this time on your makeup.
I know.
Don't read it. It's just a special, yeah.
It just,
because you gotta, we don't have Kleenex in here.
I know.
Oh
What's
my
up with
God.
that?
You can't take a drink of water. This is what I'm saying. Take a drink of water. No, don't choke though. Oh my God, choking is like my biggest fear. Do not choke. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about with the water. It just kind of puts you back. Yeah, anyways. I didn't expect that. Okay, so obviously it has a tattoo that you should get.
I know.
That you resonate with pretty good.
I know, but it just talks about like the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I can't talk
Don't talk about it.
This is crazy. I did not expect this.
Oh, but that's okay. That's how life is. That's the beauty of real emotion. And when you feel something, you feel it. This kind of stuff happens to me when I feel the presence of like my dad or someone who's not with us anymore. I get like that. I'll be just talking normal all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden I'm just like crying. Right. Like, what's going on?
Right.
So yeah, that's okay, but it
says the universe loves you and you are love.
Yeah. That, you know what? That sounds a lot like the poem. Desiderata. So everyone should look that up. It was my dad's favorite. It's a long poem. But it's kind of that kind of thing, all about that. So yeah, well,
I just took a selfie.
Again, this is this generation. Where were we? And the time you sliced your finger off, the top of your finger, and you're like videotaping yourself.
I'm
like
picture that.
Part of your finger is like off. You slice the top of it.
Yeah, my thumb.
Yeah, and you're like, this would be good content.
This is great content.
Are you kidding me?
That's the only way that I could get through it because it hurt so bad.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't get stitches on
You were supposed to get stitches, but we didn't do it. What did we do? We just
wrapped it. It's fine now. I still have a thumb. So
insane. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you go.
Minecraft is one of my go-tos.
Okay. If you don't feel like crying, maybe you shouldn't do Minecraft.
It's so
little
fun.
Kids do Minecraft.
Yeah, and little kids aren't going to read the end poem and be like, oh my God, like I am. But like just how many years I've played it, it's so important to me.
And you've just come full circle in life.
Right.
And here
I've
you
only
are.
beat the dragon one time anyway, so I've only ever seen it one time.
So maybe one time is all you need to beat a dragon in life. Maybe.
I guess. I don't know. I guess.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good. Thank you for bearing with me.
Yeah. Geez. Okay. Okay. So for me, I'm going to kind of end with my two go-tos. Again, like I said, we kind of have anxiety. I do a little bit. And then also I have acid reflux. And in 2020, I had a hysterectomy, and then I had my pulmonary embolism, which was crazy, insane. Some of you already know about that. But when I went on the blood thinner, it caused the acid reflux to get worse. And it was my lungs hurt, the acid reflux. And my sister Anita actually got me onto this. She said, well, you need gingins. And I'm like, what are gingins? And she's like, they work. They're little ginger. They look like little cough drops. And we order them in like the 2-pound bag. I think, is it 1.5 pounds or 2-pound bag?
It's 2 pounds.
On Amazon. And they're just like little cough drops, but they're ginger. And ginger spice helps all with digestion and so acid reflux. But it works for so many other things. Like I have gotten so many people onto gingins, like everyone. Like, and I have them in the car. I have them in my room. I have them at work. I have them everywhere. Because if I'm anxious, suck on a gingin.
Yeah.
Like take a sip of water, suck on a gingin. If I have a cold, the ginger kind of opens you up. But the other thing too, speaking of cold, that I always share with people, if you're struggling, you're taking cough medicines and all those things aren't working, there's a combination that I found that really works. And again, this works for acid reflux as well, or just upset stomach, is ginger tea. I get the ginger tea with lemon, and then I cut a half of a lemon, squeeze half of a lemon in the tea, and then I put honey in it. Does it taste good? No, I don't think tea tastes good. I haven't found a tea that, I mean, I don't try that many, but tea doesn't really, it tastes like the woods.
Grass.
Well, out in the woods, like damp. Like that's what it reminds me of. I don't know. It's just straight up like earthy. But if you put in enough honey, you can really, so the combination of the ginger that opens you up, the lemon is an anti-inflammatory. Lemon is a fruit. Is it? Don't laugh at me.
So. Yeah, why are you making
It's not a vegetable. Lemon's not a vegetable.
No, it's not.
Okay. I feel like Jessica Simpson when she was like tuna, chicken of the sea, whatever. Some people might know what that is. You don't. I'm rambling. Okay, so back to the lemon, anti-inflammatory, and then the honey soothes. So especially if you have a sore throat. But like anyone who has a cough or you're just stuffed up, that combination really works. And it's my go-to, and I tell everyone about it. Those things really help me out. See, because I can't take pills. I don't swallow pills. And I don't like pain meds because I don't like to feel like dizzy and out of control. So pretty much I'm taking children's Tylenol or children's Motrin. I have to take a lot of it, but that's really the only thing I take. I don't take anything else. So that's mine. Do you have any other go-tos, Miss Hannah?
I've got like 5 more, so I'm just going to have to like bring it down to 2.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
We'll pick 2 of your best ones.
So BTS music.
Oh, well, that would be your happy place. That's what would calm you down. That's you're looking at the stars, literally looking at the stars.
And I can't talk about it very much. Otherwise, I will start crying again.
Oh, my gosh.
But I know, just emotions. But like BTS.
Yeah.
I've talked about it before. They're like my all-time go-to for everything.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We've talked about them.
So that's one of them. I seriously can't talk about it very much. Otherwise, I will start crying like right here.
Is there one more that you would like to share before we get to the next subject we're going to talk about?
Yes. And I'm going to do a little show and tell, actually.
Oh.
I brought it.
Oh, you did? Nobody told me we were doing show and tell.
I just wanted to do it for this one item. So this item is a new go-to of mine.
Oh.
And I kind of talked about it a little bit last episode, but I played Dungeons and Dragons with my friends.
Yeah.
And I have my first ever customized D&D dice set.
Oh my
with
gosh.
me. It came in this very cool, it's wood and metal box.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Wizard's Vault.
And you keep
on
dice,
Etsy.
Special dice.
I keep my special character dice in this. It's the only dice that I use. I know, it's so nerdy.
I love it.
I know, it's so nerdy, but it has my character's name on the front. My character's name is Nia Nova, but when she meets people, she goes like, "Hi, I'm Nia Nova, but you can just call me Nova." So I have just Nova on here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I have, she's a cleric. So if you play, you know that a cleric is like a healer. A cleric is someone that spends their life praising a god, and then they call upon that god to like use their healing powers. It's really nerdy and very cool.
Yeah.
So her goddess that she talks to is Tamora, and Tamora is like the goddess of luck and all of this. It's going to tie into these dice, I swear. But they've got little like cool flecks in them.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in.
Sparkly.
But yeah, they're really fun. They're like rose gold.
Well, they make good noise anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
They're like rose gold, but I feel like these dice are actually blessed with luck because my friends are constantly telling me to put these dice away because I'm always rolling a 20, which is the highest that you can roll. Cool. So when you roll like a natural 20 in the game, it's like you can pretty much do anything.
Nice.
It's like crazy luck. So I swear these dice are not rigged. I play a fair game. I've had all of my friends roll this dice. And for whatever reason, when it needs to land on a 20, it lands on the 20.
Dang, too bad you couldn't take those to the casino.
Right?
Roll those dice.
Right? So these are like one of my more recent go-tos, but...
Well, show and tell. Next time I get to bring something to show.
Yeah. And if my character ever dies, because that's the first question that I got asked is, well, what if your character dies? What are you going to do with them? This is my first ever D&D character I've ever had. So I'm just going to put it up on a shelf and be like, oh, remember that?
First ever.
And maybe I'll use them again. I don't know. But they're really cool. I've got them off of Etsy. I love supporting small businesses on Etsy. I pretty much get a bunch of stuff off of there.
Well, you get a lot of the supplies. Packing supplies.
All the packing stuff from the stores from small businesses. Yeah. And then, just like personal things like this.
Cool.
So I also put you and Alan on the list, but again, I'll start.
Our go-tos.
Yeah. I'll start crying again. Don't. That. Oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody knows, like, someone told me, I saw a good friend this week and she was just like, it's rare to have a relationship. Is it rare? I think a lot of mothers and daughters get along like this. I mean, we don't always get along.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we make up pretty fast because we both feel so much guilt and we feel so bad. I think we've just been through so much together that I'm sure we'll get into down the road. Just things that we've kind of, Thelma and Louise, man, we're just doing it together and kind of making it through together. So yeah, I just think at this point in our lives, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
that we have each other. Okay, I know you've just been chomping at the bit.
Yeah, because if I could have chose what this episode would have been about, it would have been a full analysis on Dune.
Right. Okay. So, and that's, we do our favorites, 3 favorites of the week. So we each have the same favorite.
Yeah.
I
don't even have 2 other favorites. Like seriously, nothing else took up my mind. Remember last week when I said, I'm going to predict that Dune is going to be my new favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't expect it. This bad.
This bad that we're going to see it again tomorrow.
Yeah. We're going to see Dune 2 a second time.
We went and saw it on Saturday. And I like that we went to the 4:00 because it's a 3-hour movie.
Right.
And so when we got out at 7:30 or something.
Yeah.
It felt like it was midnight, but it wasn't. It was still like, and then it was turn your clocks ahead too on Saturday night. So, and I don't, okay. So first of all, for anybody, Dune, part 2. There's a Dune 1, right? It's just Dune.
Yeah.
Series of books. So, of course, I had no idea that it's like a really famous series of books.
Yeah.
But I am not a sci-fi movie person. Anything like Star Wars, Star Trek, any of that stuff, I turn the other way and I won't even give it 5 minutes of my time because it's so hard for my brain to the concept of it. The reason I went to Dune, shamefully, Timothy.
Well, yeah.
Timothy, what's his name?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet, Austin Butler, and Zendaya. Of course, the other people in the cast are really, really good. It's casted very well. But I went because I don't know about anyone else, but when I go to a movie, I like to look at a cute guy. I'm still that high school girl in track.
Well, it helps.
Looking for cute guys. I don't know
what.
And I feel horrible because these people could be my grandchildren. Like that's their age. They're in their 20s, aren't they?
Probably.
Maybe it's just because I feel like I'm young. I feel like I'm like only 30. Technically, if I feel like I'm 30 and they're like 27, that's only a 3-year difference. So it's not that bad.
Okay.
So anyway, that was the reason I went. And if I'm going to see this again tomorrow, hopefully we go, that means it's a good movie. That means it kept my attention. And we watched the first one.
Yeah.
And I stayed up until 11:30.
Yeah.
I watched it to the end.
Yeah.
I did not fall asleep.
Right.
I'm actually glad I watched again, this is my reverse brain. I'm glad I watched the second one and then went back and watched the first one. Because if I would have watched the first one, I would have not gotten it at all.
Right.
And I would have had no desire to go watch.
That's how I feel about reading the book, because right after we saw the second one, I said, we're going to Barnes & Noble.
Off to Barnes & Noble.
And that's exactly what we did. The guy that was checking us out at the counter was like, oh, Dune, like, have you seen the movie? I was like, we just saw it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, like you saw it like yesterday or today? No, like we just saw it. Like we just came from the movie theater.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. Like I'm reading I'm only on the first chapter, but it's like telling me like, oh, the Gom Jabbar and oh, the Bene Gesserit. And if I would have heard that, like if I would have read the book first, wouldn't have understood it.
Yeah.
Set it right down.
Yeah.
But because I've watched all of it and I understand all of, Lisan al-Gaib and all those terms.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal writing so far.
I think you said the author wrote that book in 1965. Did he write all the books in 1965?
Probably not. Not.
But I think it's fact, or it's you kind of can tell. Like I don't watch Star Wars, but I've heard about bits and pieces of it, that it kind of not copies, but there's similarities that Star Wars took from Dune.
I think a lot of people have said that. I haven't seen Star Wars either, so I'm not going to be the judge of that, because I have a friend that watches Star Wars a lot, and last night he was like, I don't understand how all these people are relating Anakin Skywalker to Paul Atreides. I don't understand. So I have no idea about that. Well, but a lot of people make edits on TikTok where Paul Atreides and Anakin Skywalker are right next to each other, and it's like a combo.
And this,
it's so good.
I can see a lot of people right now just scratching their head like, why are they talking about this movie? For me, I guess what I'm going to say is give things a chance, which I never do.
You never do. That's true.
I'm just dead in my tracks. I'm not trying something new if I don't want to do it. Again, I was motivated to go because of the people who play the parts. If they were people I didn't really know or had no interest in, I probably wouldn't have cared about the movie. But it was so good. It visually was incredible. Your brain cannot believe and your eyes cannot believe what you're seeing. Yeah. It's just up on that screen. And I love going to movies. I don't go nearly enough, but I love the loud noise and all of it. I think it's just amazing. So yes,
it's a piece of film, and their budget for it was very low. It was a very low budget film.
And they shot like all over the world.
Amazing that they can do all of that with the budget that they had.
Oh, next year's Oscars, they're going to be up for some awards for that one. That was Austin Butler's character was just
absolutely
mind-blowing.
Yeah, and another YouTuber, his name is Moist Critical, and he reviews video games and movies and stuff like that. When he did his review on it, he said, and I think this puts it perfectly, you shouldn't even be paying for a full seat because you're going to be sitting on the edge of it the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I fully agree.
I can see that. Like you had seen the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at you and then it got really quiet. Why did I start laughing? And I couldn't stop. Right? Like when you're at church and you have to be quiet and then you get the giggles. It's the worst thing.
It's because of a past experience that I had.
That's right. Because it's in the desert. It's all desert.
Yes, Dune is about a planet that has desert. It's called Arrakis. Okay. Anyways, it's like it's a quiet movie.
Yeah, like, in some parts it got really quiet, and I don't know why. All of a sudden, I thought of that.
They're like on this big giant sandworm. Okay, and
which no one's gonna know what that is until you see
you watch it.
And then a sandworm will make perfect sense.
They're on the sandworm, and there's like sand blowing everywhere because they're going fast. And she starts laughing. I'm like, what's funny about this? This is really intense.
I couldn't even get it out. I was laughing.
You were laughing. And she tells me was it after you were done laughing or after the movie?
I kind of got it. I kind of calmed down. Yeah.
She said it reminds her of the time that I got stuck in a dust storm, which I did. It was crazy.
It was when we first moved into this townhome.
Right. It was this townhome that we're in was brand new.
Yes.
Didn't have any grass laid down. It was just dirt everywhere.
And there's a big, massive field right across the road from us.
And that was also dirt because it was like right after winter. And it was a dry winter.
Was there a storm or why was that?
There was just wind. It was just crazy wind. And so like we didn't understand that when you put like chairs on the patio because there's so much wind, and we haven't gotten a wind like that since. This hasn't happened since.
No.
But we had all of our furniture laid out. It was all nice. We had like ferns and stuff like that. And then this giant wind comes through.
It was bad.
And it starts blowing everything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we look out the window and there is like a dust tornado.
Yeah, and I'm yelling for her because all of a sudden it took like the smaller 2-seated like patio chair thing. And I'm like, oh my God, Hannah, you got to go get it. Go get it. I don't know why I sent my child out into the storm. Like
it went like across the yard. Yeah. It was about to go onto the main road.
Yeah, it was all the way down. Like 3 townhomes down.
And I felt like I should have been Paul Madiba Trades there for a second.
No, you said, now I know what the people in the Dust Bowl years felt like.
Yeah, because I didn't know what Dune was, but now that I know what Dune was, I felt like I was on the planet Arrakis.
You couldn't. It was awful when
I really needed one of those things in my nose.
Yeah, you did. You needed, you held the chair in front of you.
Yeah, so...
I'm so sorry I made you do crazy. That.
I held a chair in front of me and I'm watching like through this chair just the complete dust tornado coming straight at me. This thing was like 100 feet in the air at least. I'm not joking. It was terrible.
I took video of it. It was bad.
And I'm running to go get the little couch. And I'm trying to hold it in front of me. And I get back and I've got dust all on my face.
You couldn't breathe.
I couldn't breathe.
Inhaled so much. Bad. You inhaled so much dust. You choked and choked and choked.
I was in my pajamas too. And then the neighbor later on said, yeah, I saw that happen. I was like, oh my God, I had like shorts on. You.
Man,
no bra.
It was bad. Not that you could see anything. It was like literal
it was terrible
dust. Like, so I totally broke down in the movie, remembering that. Like, it was awful. I don't know why I was laughing at that. I mean,
because now it's funny.
I mean, now
back.
we can laugh about it now, right?
Like, we were so like, get the chair. Just go get the chair. Like,
it's not like
what?
The chair was not like super expensive or anything. I mean, we could have just got it when the wind died down.
Right.
I don't know why.
Which was like 2 minutes later.
I don't know why. I don't know why I made you do.
I seriously felt. I felt. I felt like the sandworm was gonna come up out of the ground.
Yes, and now when you see
I should
that,
have like things.
oh
like,
my god,
you know, to
like
get
those
on
things
it.
to hook on it.
Yeah,
they ride.
just wrote it.
See, now you're gonna need to watch the movie so you'll know exactly what we're talking about. That was what,
2-ish years ago. Yeah,
a little over 2 years ago.
Yeah,
man.
So
wow.
I know how Paul Atreides is feeling.
Yeah. So the point is,
it was a lot.
I thought that your comparison though of the Dust Bowl years, which would have been horrible, and I hope to God that we're talking about this now. That excuse me, boy, I don't know if that's a sign that that's not what we're going to be going through this summer, because here in Minnesota we've had like no snow.
Right. It's just been really warm.
And it's going to be a dry, hopefully we get some rain and it's not going to be like, so we don't have to go through that again.
Or that windy.
Yeah.
We haven't had it that windy since that day.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen. Where was Lily?
You were holding her.
Oh, that's right.
And you were watching me.
I was
and filming me.
I wonder what Lily must have thought of all that. That was crazy. Anyway, okay. So that was your pretty much the Dune movie.
Yeah.
We watched Dune 1 again, and now we're going to go see Dune again. I think I only had, for my favorites, this is so completely opposite of the Dune movie. So as you know, I'm done with Virgin River until November. I found a new show on Netflix that I'm in love with. And this, again, has been around or out for a while. It's that Emily in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister Colleen told me to watch it. She's like, oh my God, the fashion. Boy, she was not kidding. Well, first of all, the chef that she likes is just super hot. But the fashion is amazing. Her clothes are so cute. And it's just a really cute show. It's a good show. So I kind of found a new show to watch.
Good.
On Netflix.
That's good.
Yeah. So those are kind of our favorites of the week.
Yeah. Really, the only other one that I can think of is that game I've been playing. It's called Supermarket Simulator. This is going to sound really weird to anybody that doesn't play video games. Yeah, you
showed me that, and that was weird.
Basically, you run a supermarket.
Yeah, you scan products.
You restock products. You pick out the prices for them. You scan in customers. Like, that is so fun to me.
You're like, oh my gosh, she gave me $100 bill. I have to break the change. Like,
right.
That's great. That could actually be a training thing to train like people how.
It could.
I mean,
I feel like I could walk into a supermarket right now and know how to
I don't think so. You can pretend.
Maybe a little overconfident.
But it's all just a little. It's all just fun and games.
It's very fun. It's a very fun game. It's really satisfying. Because I'll have 3 different cereals and they'll be in the cereal section that I made. And then I just got freezers now. So now I have freezer products. I have whole chickens you can buy.
I can't believe
a pizza.
I can't believe you do all these things.
Yeah. I don't know. It's trending on TikTok. That's why I got it.
Oh, yeah. You find all that stuff on TikTok.
A lot of people have been playing it on streams on TikTok. Yeah. So I was like, I could just play that myself.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you don't have anything else, I think we should do the cards for the week. And let's see what our message is going to be this week. It'll be interesting to see if it has to do with anything that we talked about.
Yeah.
With the sand dunes and the...
I can't wait to go see Dune 2 again.
Yeah, I'm excited too. All right, let's see what your message is going to be. Our message. We're all connected for the week, for today. Hannah, you're not holding anything. You want to pick the card?
Let's go with this one right here. Oh, I get to read it this time.
Okay, you can read it.
Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself.
Love, love, love.
That's a great one.
I have heard that, and that is so true.
Yeah.
There is no one else like you on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one of you of all the billions of people.
Yep.
So you have to, what is it? Beauty begins, what was it?
When you be yourself.
Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yeah.
There's only one of you. Well, this was a good one.
This is a good one. Got a little emotional there. That's all right. Switch things up a bit.
Spell.
Oh, yeah. This is what
emotions were like this.
This is what it's like. This is what it's like.
That's what it's
We're
like.
Human.
We kind of go through this every day together.
Yeah. Anyways, go play Minecraft. Go watch Dune. Dune 2.
Emily in Paris.
Suck on some gin-gins.
Suck on some gin-gins. Ground. Get
drink
outside.
Water.
Drink water.
Yep. Do all that stuff.
Yes. Love yourself, most importantly.
Love yourself.
Yes.
All
Everybody
right.
have a fantastic day and a great week, and we'll see you again next week.
Yes. I quickly am going to say, just ending things. If you're watching this, you can listen to us on Spotify. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can watch us on YouTube. Close Knit Podcast with Carolyn and Hannah, or Close Knit Pod on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.